Greetings everyone, welcome to RevXDev. Don here with more Warframe. In this video, I wanted to talk about sorties. Yeah, the mighty hardcore sorties missions. Now, as you know, sorties were made for those extra players, or maybe for those players or vets that search for something harder, for something challenging in Warframe. So, if you're new to Warframe and you don't have all the frames, you don't have all the weapons, and you still have stuff to farm, to build, to get better at, to make some builds, polarize stuff, you better go and do that first. Because sorties, yes, you have some rewards such as Naja parts and Naja blueprints. So basically, if you want Naja for free, you will have to do sorties. Then I guess this video will be interesting for you because I will try to give you some tips and just advices on how could you do your sortie missions smoother and so on. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned because that is coming in right now.
RevXDev.com.
So as you know, every single sortie, a daily sortie that renews every 24 hours, I guess, or basically every day, you have a triplet of missions. This means you have 3 different missions with different enemy levels. So the first mission in the sortie is kind of easy because you can still, for example, take Ash with Bladestorm and still kill the enemies with Bladestorm. So they're not, I think they're level like 60 or something. Then in the second mission, enemy level grows, I guess, up to 80 or something. And then the third mission in the sortie goes up to enemies level 100. So they're quite tough, very quite tough. Of course, as you know, you face all the 3 different enemy factions in sorties: Grineer, Corpus, and Infested. Oh yeah. And also different types of missions, such as survival, defense, mobile defense, interception, spy, sabotage, rescue. Basically all the missions that you know, you will definitely face them somehow in sorties. Now, let's start with what kind of damage you should take against every single faction. Let's start with Grineer. So as you know, corrosive, toxin, and viral work very good against Grineer. Magnetic is very good against Corpus. You can actually take just solo electricity or solo cold damage. But if you take those 2 with you, if you mix electricity with cold, you know you get magnetic damage, which is just beast against Corpus. And then we have, of course, Infested. Against Infested, you can take Toxin with fire. If you take those 2 together, you can make gas damage, which is very, very nice against Infested. Now, when you know what kind of damage works best with a different type of enemies, you have to keep something in mind that your Warframe also matters a lot. So I'll give you a little tip of frames or characters or Warframes that you shouldn't actually take against shooting factions like Grineer and Corpus. Frames like Ash, Atlas, Banshee, Ember, Equinox, Hydroid, Ivara, unless you stay invisible and camp all the time, Meza, Necros, Naja, Oberon, Volt, unless if you have some unfuckwithable builds. Now, if you're not a super duper pro vet, I would recommend you to take the following frames as a protection and not fail. Ash to Bladestorm all the time. So basically, if you keep triggering 4 all the time, you will barely get hit. And also, if you take some arcane triggers with you, you can also stay invisible for quite a lot. Of course, this is still with Ash, not reworked Ash. As you know, devs are planning to rework Ash and his press for to win ability, so this might not work in the future. This tip is for right now before the rework of Ash. Then of course you can take Chroma. As you know, Chroma has a very nice armor boost and has lots of armors. Now you probably have seen this a lot. Tactical Potato plays all the time with Chroma because she's a beast. If you put maximum armor, if you put some arcane guardians to boost that armor, and then you trigger the abilities that just basically increase your armor and make you basically invincible for like nearly forever, of course Chroma is a nice, in some sense, way better than Rhino. a very good, let's say, defensive frame or just a survival frame. Basically, you get hit, you don't die that fast as any other frames. So definitely take chroma in consideration. Maybe also you can take Excalibur with Exalted Blade and Radial Blind. Oh yeah, spamming 2 and 4. Third ability won't work against higher level enemies, but yes, definitely Radial Blind. So I have a pretty interesting build where Radial Blind, so the more duration you have on your Excalibur's build, and when you activate your Radial Blind or second ability, enemies will stay, let's say, blinded longer. So this is quite useful. So of course, maximum efficiency, so you could literally spam that Radial Blind or second ability and make them basically blind. Of course, here range matters a lot. So the more range you have in your Excalibur's build, more enemies will be affected and get blinded. Now, strength actually doesn't quite matter to Radial Blinds. It's basically efficiency to spam the ability, range to reach more enemies, and duration for your enemies to stay blind longer. So if you want just that type of a Excalibur, just to blind everything around and spam it, it could be also nice. And also when you blind them, your enemy is open to finishers. So basically one melee hit and finisher hit, alright? And they're dead, which is nice. Okay, next, of course, you can take Frost with Snow Globe with max strength and range. So, doesn't matter where you at, you can simply camp and protect yourself or mates. Actually, it helps a lot when it is an interception mission and you, for example, protect the pods. Or, of course, when it is a defense mission or mobile defense. It is very useful also to revive your mates with a globe, so as you know how Frost works, so Frost is also very useful. Limbo, you can try to take Limbo if you stay in Rift and probably kill enemies one by bringing them into Rift and just shooting them somehow. Actually, you can try to survive, but I guess I don't know if that's quite nice or not, but it is one of the options. Of course, now Loki. Loki is the beast, is the best frame that you can take, I guess, to these type of missions like survival, interception, spy. Of course, Loki is the best to stay always invisible and never get hit. Actually, you can get hit easily if the projectile will be launched towards you, but I guess Loki is just a nice option again for survival, interception, spy, capture, and these type of missions. Mag is recommended only against Corpus with shield, polarize, max strength, and range. So as you know, Mag's second ability, and yeah, it is second ability, because first one is pulled. Damn, I'm forgetting stuff. Mag's second ability basically turns Corpus shields against them. And actually, it kind of works too against high-level enemies. So make sure to take, like I already said, maximum strength and range. Of course, you will need power efficiency to spam shield polarize. So strength matters, range matters, efficiency matters. Duration, not that much. You can actually minus duration on Mag because it doesn't quite affect her. Next, you can maybe take Mirage if you do mirrors and spawn something like Quanta cubes. Or Soma Prime and so on, you know, something with lots of projectiles and stuff like that. I mean, of course, you can get down very easily, but you just have that crazy projectile fire rate when you have the mirrors on. So maybe if you stay like in a Frost Globe and just spawn something crazy like, I don't know, Quanta, Tonkor, Sancti Tigris, it will be just a nice, just lots of damage everywhere. Next, I have Nova. Now, of course, Nova for Molecular Prime. Max strength and range will make all the map go Matrix. So, of course, you know, Nova with max range and max strength. So, the more strength you add to your build, the slower the enemy will be. So, the less strength, you can actually make a fast build. You probably heard of this. You can make a fast or slow build with Nova. So, the less strength, the faster will be the enemy speed affected by Molecular Prime. So the more strength, the slower. There you go. More strength, more range will make them just go Matrix and you can simply kill them easily. That could really save the mission and save and help your mates a lot. Also, you can take Nyx. Nyx with Absorb or Chaos for crowd control. You can actually, Chaos works well because there is there is a little syndicate mod that will make basically new enemies also get affected by chaos entering the range, you know? So chaos is of course also quite nice. Rhino, maybe Rhino for damage, buff, and self-protection. Again, Chroma is better, and Wukong that I'm going to talk about right in a bit are way better than Rhino in my opinion, but just Rhino is that that guy that you always have to bring him maybe sometimes if you don't want to bother yourself with Chroma's boosting armor or just Wukong's freaking defy. You can simply take Rhino and chill and do your stuff, you know, just it's Rhino. Again, you can buff your damage with duration. Basically, if you didn't know, Roar buffs your damage and to anything, I guess. Rifles, I guess it's rifle damage. I guess melee too. So it could actually help a lot of your mates in a squad. So basically you will need to, of course, take range and duration for Roar to be effective for you and the mates or people that are in your squad. You can take Saren. Now, Saren only if you know how to use the reworked Saren, because she's quite maybe a bit complicated, you know, because you just need to get used to it. So of course, now it is a bit harder than it was before, you know, just spamming 4 and destroying the whole map. Of course, now you have to move, do more stuff. But if you practiced it already, you know how she works, then of course she's a beast too. Now, of course, you can take Trinity only if you know how to use her to get your teammates energy, health restores, and so on. Of course, Trinity will be just that little protection, you know, and not let you die and stuff like that. Get you energy also. Definitely Valkyr. So Valkyr for that immortality with the 4th ability. You can take her too if you want to chill and just turn the 4th ability on and don't preoccupy by getting down. Of course, you can stay like invincible forever, revive your teammates. So of course, definitely Valkyr, like everyone knows. Now Valbun is a beast in interception. So now any interception where I go, doesn't matter. It's again Corpus, Grenier, or any stuff. I take Valbun with Bastille. So to make your Bastille be effective, you need maximum range, duration, and efficiency, I guess. So the more range you have, the better, or the bigger and wider will be your Bastille. I'll just make everyone hang around, which is very useful. So definitely that one. Vortex, not so much, but definitely Bastille. But make sure to take a lot of efficiency. If you don't take efficiency, you'll need to spam energy restores, and that could be a pain in the ass. So lots of efficiency, range, at least efficiency and range, and of course a little bit of duration for the Bastille. Now Wukong, of course Wukong with Defy is basically invincible. I'll make a video in a bit, maybe in a couple of days, and show you like a very beastly build of Wukong. Probably some of you already know, so definitely Wukong is a very good, I guess, solo survival with Defy. Maybe also you can take Zephyr with Turbulence as a projectile, reflector, or protector. But I guess against super high level enemies, he's useful. Or yeah, he's useful. The frame is useful against lots of high level projectiles from high level enemies. So these were the frames that I would recommend you to take. And just if you want to be good and probably survive longer in Sortie, especially in the last missions. So let me make a little recap. Let's start with defense missions. Make sure to always take Frost, Nova with slow build, and anyone else to make damage. Mag is always good against Corpus. So defense missions, Frost is a must-have. Of course, Nova is a must-have. And then just other frames that would survive and deal lots of damage. Next, mobile defense, quite the same. Frost with Nova is a must-have. Survival, Ashe, Loki, Valkyr, Wukong, it's pretty easy. Interception missions, like I already said, Valbun is also a must-have to spawn Bastille all over the map. Maybe also Frost could help with slow Nova quite too. Then in spy and capture missions, Loki is your best friend. Now, again, I'm saying this to those of you that probably want to farm Naja somehow, or get Dara Vandal, or get some fusion cores, or maybe get even a legendary core, which is super rare. And if you have stuff to do, just do your stuff, because literally it's not worth. I'm doing the sorties day by day till now, and I'm getting bored because I'm getting all the time some cheap ass cores, some lens like not even greater lands. I bought myself already a long time ago like 10 greater lands for like each warframe and weapon that I use for 40 plat from the market. And from Sortie, you literally spend like 20 minutes doing the sorties, you know? The first mission, the second, and it sucks when it is an interception against like Grenier Corpus because it's gonna take a lot, or a 20-minute survival. It sucks because it's long, it's not hard to do, it just steals a lot of time from you. So imagine you get like a spy mission, a survival, an interception. Dude, you will have to spend like 30-40 minutes to do a, you know, to complete the sortie, and then at the end you get a freaking lens. You get a single lens that you're just gonna throw in the trash because you have already like tons of different greater lands. So in my opinion, rewards are not that good and worth just, I don't know, quite not worth. Maybe devs will add better weapons, maybe Azima to sortie rewards, I don't know. So we definitely need more stuff in as a sortie rewards because I'm not quite happy with the rewards right now. They're very easy to do. Seriously, if you have a good squad or just maybe friends that know how to play Warframe and they're good in Warframe, then you can do sorties easily. But again, the only problem is time. It might be very long sometimes. I don't know if it's quite entertaining. It's basically the same missions but with higher enemy levels. It's not quite challenging, at least for me. So yeah, again, if you have other stuff to do it. Go polarize stuff. I don't know. Nasha is also not that quite worth. Well, it is a nice looking frame. Yes, it has different abilities, but I got it. I bought it for plat. I polarized it 3 times, and I'm literally not using her right now because there are just tons of better frames than Nasha. Nasha again is a very nice looking frame. Has all these. The ring is just fabulous, but it's just not that cool in my opinion. It's, like I already said, lots of better frames than Nasha. So, yeah, again, if you're planning to farm Nasha, this video was for you. These tips that might be useful for you, and what kind of frames, and what kind of builds, and what kind of damage against what kind of enemies you should take. Okay, guys, hope you had fun. Stay tuned for more Warframe videos, and I guess we'll see you in the next one. 10-0.
RevXDev.
Where the hell is this motherfucker?
We started playing, we're spraying, displaying crazy, rushing a huge amount of trainings, laying down in your base. We're gonna break down the nasty plans for your maniac mates. We are the RevXDev, mighty rebels already. Sit steady, or you're gonna face a flipping chatty machete. Already gone, hard, get rid of retard. Just got your silly brains to the game. You can't aim, I call you lame fame. You think you're nigga, you have no flipping us to pull the flipping trigger. Bang, bang, we're here. We're here to make the freaking fakers disappear. You hear it, you better hear it, cause we'll come on the drill, kill, bill, and show you the skill. You better stay still and watch the mighty film.